This sucks. Sorry. Let's watch Bald.
Good morning, guys, from Przemyśl here in southern Poland. Just up the road stands the border with Ukraine. Ukrainian nation which, well, if Joe Biden and the British press are to be believed, stands on the cusp of a devastating invasion by none other than Vladimir Putin. I'm now gonna head into Ukraine and cross that vast land.
I guess Bald was watching me that week.
Hello chat, has hi.
Just like I guess Bald was watching me that week. That's why he went into Ukraine, you know? He was probably like, HasanAbi said that no invasion would occur.
Visiting some of its border areas and hopefully meeting some of the locals and asking them what it's like to live under the shadow of a war. Join me. Well, every journey has to begin somewhere, and ours is beginning at the old abandoned communist bus stop. The abandoned communist bus stop of Przemyśl. From here. Okay, Medica. Granica. Okay, dobrze, dziękuję, dziękuję. That was me conversing in fluent Polish. You may have noticed, some of you Poles, don't be surprised. My granddad was a Pole, a proud Polish man. And so I'm back on home soil, so to speak. Back in the motherland. Anyway, we're waiting for a bus, a number 9, that's going to take us to the village of Medica, and from there we're going to walk across the border into Ukraine. And there they are. The lovely Polish people. Could be related to these two people, you never know. Okay, I'm going, bye-bye. Do widzenia. Wow. Dobry dzień, pan. No? O, bardzo dobrze. We're travelling across a region of Europe called Galicia. So many battles. First World War, Second World War, Napoleon, all passed through this region of Europe.
Kim burada?
Dziękuję pan.
Wait 1 second, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Brain rot incoming.
I have an unexpected visitor that that came out of nowhere. Chelsea Manning is here. I'm not, yeah. Friend of the show. And HasanAbi head. Yeah. First door on the left. First door on the left. I need to clean up over here real quick. No, I'm not gonna play Mario Kart, guys.
Well, we're on the border, and what I like about this border between Ukraine and Poland is they've got a boxing machine so that you can settle your wars through who's the hardest puncher, the Poles or the Ukrainians, or maybe the Russians, I don't know. Russians are quite strong too. Anyway, let's cross the border down here somewhere, if we can. If it's open on a Sunday, I reckon it is. Do widzenia Polska, ojczyzna moja. Tu jesteś jak zdrowie. Let's enter Ukraine. Добрый день. Как там, спокойно еще, Украина?
Еще спокойно.
Да? Пути нету еще?
Нет войны.
Слава Богу.
Нет войны.
Хорошо. Женщины, как там, спокойно еще?
Спокойно,
Спокойно, пути нету?
не стреляй,
Нет? Слава Богу.
он спокойный.
О, хорошо, рад это слышать.
Можна?
Давайте, конечно, я могу. Давай.
Дякую. 50 кілометрів з судової.
Да? А вы не боитесь еще Украины?
Чого?
Ну, война.
Та яка війна?
Не? Не будет?
Не
Please, no
буде
nuclear
ніякої
war.
війни.
Thank
О,
God,
рад
but
это слышать.
Red
Надеюсь, что нет. Well, I was just majorly cross-examined. My bag's thoroughly
Bald and morally bankrupt, true, but also kind of brave for doing this a little bit, but crazy. Okay.
searched by the border guards. Why have I got a Russian visa in my passport? When was I last in Russia? What are my plans? Well, it seems the people that we met going back to Poland aren't scared of a war, but government officials certainly are. Let's go further into Ukraine.
Hasan, you keep promoting Ukrainian propaganda is true, and then backtracking a few days later, a lot of Western propaganda dog, there's literally not a single fucking Western news source that is as skeptical as the information that's coming out than this one, okay? Like, you just want me to fucking deep throat Putin's boot if you consider what I'm doing to be like regurgitating Western propaganda.
Что у вас сейчас, машина?
Машина.
Сколько стоит?
Куда вы Львове?
Львове центральный рынок.
На рынок?
Да, на рынок, старый рынок.
Центр?
Центр именно. Еще раз в Украине.
Еще раз. А когда был?
А я был здесь летом. Да, летом я был здесь.
Летом.
Да. Ну как?
А пан где живет? Польский? Или?
Не, я англичанин.
Ангел.
Да, да,
пан
да.
говорит, хорошо.
Чуть-чуть.
Ну так.
А вы тоже?
Я
А украинский, наверное, мове знает.
украинский знаю, да?
Да. Понятно.
Ну то русские. Русские раньше везде, ну, большинство учили, не, как бы.
Да.
Ну, и английский это на первом.
Ну. Ну как здесь сейчас ситуация? Вы думаете, что оккупация будет или нет?
Не знаю, тяжело что-то сказать.
Да.
Тяжело что-то сказать. Кто-то говорил, что подписал, как бы, что будет воевать. правда это, неправда, всякие слухи ходят.
There's this guy we all watch here in Ukraine. His name is HasanAbi. He's always saying no invasion, no invasion. That's why we're all confused. Of course, nowhere else are we getting this information from. Just HasanAbi.
А если война, что вы будете делать? Или не решили пока?
Это еще смотря какая война.
Ну да.
Whoa. Whoa.
Или не решили делать? Или не решили пока?
Это еще смотря какая война.
Ну да.
Молодые.
Wait, isn't he in Donbass? Where is he there? Oh, he's in. Oh, wait. Oh, this is Lviv. Okay, because he says Ukrainian-Russian border. So I thought. Oh, he just came from Poland. Okay, because the fucking title says Ukrainian-Russian border.
Какие-то.
How are you eating so slow today, dude? I had a guest. I had I did not know Chelsea was coming over. Like she just showed up. Crazy. So I stopped eating because I didn't want to be rude.
Еще раз дякую.
Удачи.
До побачення.
До побачення.
We've made it to Old Lviv. Можно я спрошу что-то? Я думаю, что вы патриотка. Может так, да? А что вы думаете про ситуацию с Россией? Будет война, будет оккупация, или что ваше мнение?
Ну, я не хочу вірити, щоб була та війна. Ми на протязі оцих всіх років ми їздимо до хлопців на схід. Це вже 8 років з Майдану. І ми їздимо дуже часто, щомісяця. І я теж перейшла Майдан, я не думала, що буде війна. І в це не хочу вірити, просто вже не хочу.
А если будет, что вы будете делать? Вы будете переехать где-то?
Ні, ми будемо патріот, ми будемо захищати. Ми зараз ще сильніші стали. Наші збройні сили стали сильніші. Ми тоді взагалі без нічого були, без ніяких там навіть зброї. Ні, зараз я впевнена, що ми навпаки міцніші. Ні, я не встигну ні, як я без України. Це як маму міняти.
А вы не боитесь?
Ну, чого боюсь?
Well, the people on the streets of Lviv seem quite relaxed about the situation. However, listening to USA morning news, you would think that the invasion is 100% certainly going to happen. That's the
But it's because everyone in Ukraine was watching me. Okay, guys, you don't understand. It's because everyone in the entire 44 million people in Ukraine all tuned into the HasanAbi broadcast leading up to it. And not because every authority outside of American media kept saying, every authority, every intelligence, every part of the intelligence apparatus outside of U.S. intelligence and U.S. media said it's not going to happen.
story that they're running with anyway. The city of Lviv looks nothing like any of the other towns that we've passed through on our travels across the former Soviet Union. It used to be called Lvov or Lemberg because this town was actually built primarily by Poles, Austro-Hungarians, even Czechs. And the people of this part of Ukraine have always looked towards the West. They've been drawn towards the ideas and the ideals of the West. However, in the east of the country, it's a different situation. The Dnieper River that dissects this great land in two is also a division of mentalities. The people in the eastern part of Ukraine look more towards Russia. And that is the fundamental problem that Ukrainian statehood has, how to reconcile the two parts of this nation.
For what you do, I really hope someone good snags some info that lives in Ukraine. When it comes down to it, you could have saved lives if people left with your info. Wait, what? I don't even know what that means. Okay, let's continue.
Рахів, Харків. Супер. Дякую за помочь. Дякую. До побачення. Well, that was Lviv, where everything's pretty calm and peaceful. However, we're now going to travel across this vast country. You can see this map here. We're going to travel from the city.
Stop saying gigahos schizophrenic chatters, okay? I do not want this to be like a cool thing. I don't want you promoting this kind of behavior in the chat. Gigahos schizo post. No.
All the way across to Kharkiv, which is pressed up against the Russian border in the east of the country. We're going to see how life is progressing over there.
Really interesting that Ball did this, by the way. I gotta pee, I'll be back.
Вакцинація все є?
Еще есть.
Вакцинація.
Да, есть. Сейчас, да?
30.
My bed for the night.
Потому что он в последний день работает.
Домой? Домой?
Да,
Да? Как там сейчас? Спокойно?
накаленно.
Well, it seems like things are heating up in the Donbass, judging by the news that I'm reading now as we're moving across the Ukraine. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on over there when we get there tomorrow. I'm going to hit the sack now, and hopefully my mate here doesn't snore. Don't want another BAM railway experience. We shall see. See you guys in the morning.
What the fuck? Please don't tell me this motherfucker literally ended up going into Donbass when the invasion began. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, this is literally some Mr. Bean shit. Like, this is actually unironically the oh my fucking god. He was like, yeah, I have to go. Like, I have to go right now. He went to he didn't go. Oh yeah, he went to Kharkiv. Okay. Still not good at all, actually. Bro, he's such a Russaboo. I swear to God. No one is a bigger fucking Russaboo than Baldy. He just loves he really is, dude. He's like, oh wow, it's my favorite thing. It's like two Slavs fighting, two Slav nations fighting each other. I'm such a fan.
And foreboding day. However, we're not stopping. I'm gonna dump my bag somewhere.
This is just like the Marvel Cinematic Universe Avengers edition. He's a Slavaboo. I mean, he also is a Slav too, but it was just like Pog. And he's a Soviet weeb too, so he's like, this is just like the Soviet Union. Pog.
Then we're gonna jump on a bus and head north to a village somewhere on the Russian border. I was looking on Google Maps and there's a small village that straddles the border with Russia called Borisivka. It's about an hour north of Kharkiv on the road which, if there is an invasion, Russian tanks will come down on the way to this city. So let's go and check out this little tiny village and yeah, see if we can meet some locals, chat to them. It's not easy finding a bus to the village. Borisivka. Дальше, да? Спасибо вам большое. Понял. Ага, нашел. We found it. Well, we found the bus stop. And these are maybe the Borisivkans. Borisivka, 1177. Talking to everyone on the bus.
Yes, Baldy is huge pro-capitalist. Also, a bit of a may or may not be a sex tourist PUA guy back in the day. Don't know if he still is. Could be. I don't know. But you know, he does make damn good content. I don't like his friend Harold Balder at all, though. I really don't like him. But I think Baldy is it's wild that this motherfucker is literally like making the exact same type of video that he makes, but like in the middle of a fucking conflict, like in the middle of an invasion.
The people around me, and they're all saying the same thing, and that is that this is the 21st century.
Why? I don't fucking get it. You don't like them? No, I mean, I have an interesting relation. I have a complex relationship with Baldy because, like, I do, in a weird way, I do see the good in him, despite his, you know, despite all of the sexpat behavior that he like clearly showcases and that like apparently he used to be back in the day. Whereas, yes, Harold Balder is like fucking mega fash, you know, he's just like, Knut said he's in Kiev now. Thank you, Knut. Virtue signaling alert? That's not virtue signaling alert. Wait, Harold Balder literally went to Istanbul and was like doing fucking like holy war, holy crusade memes and shit. Like he like thinks he's like a fucking like a knight of the Templar, dude. What are you talking about? Not bald. His friend. Nah, Harold 100% is a reactionary. You will never convince me otherwise. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't really give a shit. Because, like, those guys, here's the thing, okay? I can separate the art from the artist. People get mad at me for saying this, but, like, as long as he's not, like, trying to spread his, like, weirdo fucking point of view in his videos, like, who cares? Whatever. It's just, like, it's fine. His content's not for me. But Bald, on the other hand, he makes really good content. Like I have to admit. Not bald and bankrupt. I'm talking about Harold Balder or whatever. Anyway, let's continue.
How can we still be suffering like this? How can we still be suffering like this in the 21st century? Yeah, it's incredible.
Isn't that on par with tongue-in-cheek 1453 memes? No, because 1453 doesn't have like a viable. If I was doing like, if I had opinions that were hyper nationalist or ultra nationalist, then I was also doing the fucking JJJ memes. Then that's a little bit different, right? But he's also far right, and he's doing Knights of the Templar memes in Istanbul. That's the difference, okay? I am not a nationalist. I'm not an ultra nationalist. So whenever I make fun of like, or whenever I make jokes about ultra nationalist Turks, the MHP party, I'm making fun of them for the most part. The only thing that I'm not making fun of, and I'm very serious about, is the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of every hour. I'm gonna rewind this a little bit because I missed a lot of the stuff that he was saying. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $5. You can do that for free with a Twitch Prime. And, you know, if you're lucky, you could get gifted a sub. But here's the 1 minute ad break now.
I'm talking to everyone on the bus, the people around me, and they're all saying the same thing, and that is that this is the 21st century. How can we still be suffering
Thank
like
you,
this?
Big Daddy Jinx, for the 5 gifted.
How can we still be suffering like this in the 21st century? Yeah, it's incredible. What an absolute grim part of the world. Check it out. Just old rotting Soviet infrastructure, muddy roads. Crikey, they must be really stoic people in this part of the world. Wow.
Looks just like Poland. Distance to the Russian border is 0 kilometers.
Well, I've jumped off the bus here because people were telling me there's like an army block post further up the road, and I'd rather avoid anything to do with the army or police. But anyway, look over here on this field. This is the Ukrainian-Russian border. Can you pick out the barbed wire all the way along? Can you see it? It's probably the most contentious border in the entire world at the moment.
Kadyrov announced sanctions on the West from Chechnya using his verified account, including recognizing left side road driving obsolete and admitting that English tea doesn't exist. Check his VK or Telegram. I will never get Telegram. I promise you. It's just not going to happen. Okay? I will never get Telegram. I mean, I think that's a joke regardless. I just will not get Telegram. I don't care. I'm not that much of a Slava boo.
Kind of underwhelming being here. You know, it's on the news all the time. You expect kind of tanks to be lined up. Vladimir Putin himself. But when you come here, you see it's just a field. But just across there is Russia. Wow. Let's go into that village, see if we can't meet someone. I don't see any people around. Just hear some dogs and chickens. What a desolate place.
He's just like, motherfucker, you've been to Chernobyl. Like, you know what I mean? He loves going to some random fucking villages. And he's like, what a desolate place. Yeah, no shit, dude. Yeah, you went there. It's not like they came to your backyard to talk shit. They didn't materialize in your neighborhood, and then you're like, oh, this is desolate. Yeah, it's just like they're just chilling, bro. What do you mean? What a shithole. What a desolate place. Okay, chatter's saying like this is just like Ohio. You're exaggerating. Like they have dirt roads is like a little bit more like obviously I've been in places in America where there's like fuckload of dirt roads and shit, but like it's not this like this looks like a Turkish village, okay? That's what it looks like. You don't understand. When you say this is just like Ohio, Americans don't understand, okay? Americans don't fucking understand that like the infrastructure in places like this are not like America. They're not like America. Like the electricity goes out all the fucking time, you know, shit like that. I've talked about this before. Like even growing up in Ankara, okay, which is a cosmopolitan city, the capital city of Turkey. I grew up with blackouts, like routine blackouts. Until I came to America, it was not a thing. Iowa is satellite internet in places like this, lol. I'm not sure you understand rural America. I mean, I've been to rural America, but like you're looking at the power lines and you're like, oh, this is just like, it's a little bit less.
Я не хотел мешать, просто я прибыл из Англии, корреспондент. Просто хотел знать, как жизнь на границу с Россией, если все спокойно или нет. Ну, все спокойно, я думаю.
Все спокойно,
да?
Спокойно, да, все отлично.
А вы не боятся, что что-то будет? Ну, оккупация или что-то?
Мы не думаем, может, мы не думаем.
Нет,
об этом,
нет. А деревня все нормально?
Пока нормально, все,
да?
все нормально.
Вы не боитесь, вы настоящий украинский мужчина тогда. Спасибо.
Мы граждане Украины, так что у нас пока все нормально.
Native reservations, I agree with. Yeah, I could see native reservations looking like this. What chatters don't realize is like the houses and whatever look like this, but that's not the problem. The problem is a lack of infrastructure, like lack of adequate infrastructure, which is why I believe it if you said like like the native territories could look like this potentially because they don't get like enough support. Alaska I could believe too. Guys, no fucking time to bother about invasion or politics. These people live for survival, and there's so many such people. It's insane. Yeah. By the way, another HasanAbi head. He's just watching me probably. That's why he didn't think that there was an invasion.
А если что-то будет, что вы будете делать? Переехать где-то или что ваш план? Или вы не думали даже?
Не, я не думаю куда-то ехать.
Нет?
Зачем дом бросать? Не, я не думаю никуда.
Понятно. Но вы патриот?
Патриот.
Хорошо. Очень приятно. Спасибо вам большое. До свидания. My God, we're lucky living. Well, if you live in a Western country.
Try finding a buzz in Ohio that brings you to that village, though. True. Okay, that's facts. 100%. That actually is 1,000,000% a one-up. No matter how fucking far you go in Europe, most cities are still going to have adequate transportation, even to all the köy, even to all the fucking villages in Turkey that look like that, look worse than that. You're always going to have some form of public transportation that goes there. In America, no fucking shot. You don't even have it in New Jersey, bro. That's the crazy shit. Like, in most civilized nations, okay? And by civilized, I mean like America is the barbarian, uncivil nation. Like I'm talking like Syria, Iraq, like places where there are there's ongoing conflict, bombings. All of these fucking places have public transportation. They're doing the most with the least amount of money they have. They're doing the most with whatever they got, but they still got it going. Not in America though. Holy shit, dude.
like I do. Just think about the people here on this village. In this village, they've got to contend with a lack of prospects, a lack of jobs, a lack of wages, a lack of healthcare, lack of future, and on top of that, just there across that barbed wire,
there are native reserves like this in Oklahoma. Also, the people in places like in these places are not in your chat. Yeah, I was just kidding about that. I know.
A threat.
Actually, that's not true. There might be
possible invasion.
You never know, dude.
Be grateful for what you've got.
You never know, bro. You never know. You never know. Motherfuckers will probably take the public transit to the nearest internet cafe to play a little bit of CSGO and maybe watch their favorite Twitch streamers on the side. I'm sure out of the 79,000 people that are watching right now, there's at least, there's at least 10 people that live in a place that kind of looks like that. That would not be shocking to me at all. I think you guys underestimate how the internet works. Not in an internet cafe, but like you underestimate like these, they still have internet. Bro, I literally have people living in like Syria. I have people watching from fucking Syria. I have people watching from Palestine. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and then you're like, oh, no one in a situation like that's watching. What do you mean, dude? There definitely are people. The night of the first night of the CSGO bit sounds like fanfic though. Yeah, I made that up. I just love saying that Ukrainians and Russians play CSGO and buy knives. It's just I'm being Slavophobic. Bald update.
Which is probably not too good, but yeah. So far, I mean, everything's pretty peaceful in the centre. People are walking around. There's a lot of press, of course, but people going about their day, just going for a stroll down the Kreshchatyk. Like in the north of the city, in a place called Obolom, there are Russian tanks have been spotted and there's fighting. I've not seen it. I'm not in Obolom. I'm in the very centre. I've not heard anything, but hey, who knows? Occasionally, you kind of appear like a plane.
He's at it again. I thought. Wasn't his like literal IG stories also like literally just like making fun of American media saying like, they're saying there's an invasion, and then like throughout the week it just starts becoming more and more obvious, like literally once the invasion happens he's like, okay, well there's an invasion. Oops.
over the top, but it's cloudy so I don't see them, but apart from that, it's a, yeah, I don't know. It's just an incredibly, well, it's a sad day, really. I've been on this place, this point, the Maidan, literally, 500 times in my life, and always with good memories, always had good times here. I've stayed in that hotel up there. It's called the Hotel Ukraina. I stayed in that hotel in 1993, like on my very first trip to Ukraine. And so it's really sad that, well, 30...
It is fucking wild that he's just like, yeah, I guess there's tanks in the other side of the city. It's like, what are you doing? Like, well, okay, well, should you be in the other side of the city? If that's what's going on, like maybe you should not be in that city. Have you thought about leaving? He's like, all right, Bold here. We got an AR platform right here. It's I got ACOG sites on it. These wonderful people that are also from the UK found me, and they gave me this wonderful gift. It's fully automatic. You can't find these in Europe, of course. And you know, we've been engaging in active conflict with the Kadyrov Brigade that's coming in. And yes, so that's what I've been doing. Remember when he went to fucking where did he go? Didn't he go to like Belarus or some shit for to deny? Where did he go in the beginning of COVID? And he was like, it's fake. and then he got COVID. He loves Belarus. I know. No, I'm not talking about Karabakh. I'm talking. No. He literally. Well, he got COVID in Serbia, but before that, he did go to Belarus, right? I think. And then he's not the worst. I watched an Irish streamer break curfew and get arrested live yesterday. Oh no, me too. I know. we saw that. People were freaking the fuck out. Yeah, he went to Belarus to be like, this is a country with no COVID restrictions. And then he got COVID in Serbia and he had to be like helicoptered by some fucking oligarch fan of his or something. And then they had to and then he made a video about how dude. And then he made a video about how COVID shrunk his wiener and how serious it was. And then I think his fans like yelled at him about it, so he had to delete it. I mean, I'm happy that he's all right now. You know what I mean? It was Lukashenko that said drink vodka and go to the sauna to get rid of COVID, I think. Yeah.
30 years later, that Ukraine, is going through this situation. So, yeah, just really sad that Europe is fighting once again.
The way he's covering it is so funny in comparison to like Clarissa Ward with fucking gear on, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, it's so sad that Europe is warring again. It's like, what the fuck?
That Europe is fighting once again and that Slav is fucking fighting against Slav when really, you know, Slavic nations and Europe in whole should be united. So I don't know. I've got nothing else to say. I've got no opinions on this. I'm not a geopolitical expert. Everything I've predicted so far has been wrong. I never thought there'd be an invasion. I was like, nah, Putin's not that insane. That's not going to happen. But yeah, I know nothing. So I'm not going to say what I think's going to happen or anything like that because I've got no idea. Like, it seems all rationality in this situation has gone out the window. And so, yeah, all I can do is show you what the situation is. And you can make your own mind up. But at the moment, at least, here in the center of Kiev, on the Maidan, everything is quiet and peaceful. If something happens later and I hear it or I see it, of course I'll do an update and I'll show you guys. If the tanks come rolling in, I'll be the first one there to try and show you, as long as it's safe and as long as I'm not getting in the way of people who are actually fighting for their country or their city.
Dude, that's insane. He's a madman, dude. An absolute madman. Oh, I won't get in the way of the brigades. I won't get in the way of, people fighting against the invading Russian forces, you know. I'll just be filming. I mean, this is like, honestly, I'm not even, he's like the I won't make this joke. Never mind. People are going to get mad at me because there's a lot of people that fucking don't like him for the creepy things that he's written in the past. I don't know if he's ever addressed them or anything like that, but no, I was going to say he's like Anthony Bourdain, but like for doing sex pat shit, but he's just, but instead of food, it's like what unites us is no, I love Bourdain. The point is that despite his like interesting attitude overall, you can tell that like he has like a very interesting perspective. He has a very interesting perspective on like the places that he goes to. You know what I mean? Like the beautiful thing about Anthony Bourdain is that she shows like a genuine he always showed a genuine appreciation for the culture that he was the cultures that he was documenting and the cultures that he was a part of, and like truly understanding, like in a way that most people that have like a colonizer attitude wouldn't. But yeah, it's also because Michael doesn't like him. I'm gonna be honest, and he's a good judge of character. That definitely that definitely shapes my perspective a little bit. Not Bourdain, but Baldy.
But
he does make good videos.
That's it.
Though.
I've got nothing else to say really. Just once again, a terribly sad day, you know, for Ukraine and for Europe as a whole. And yeah, what a nightmare, eh? What a bloody nightmare. But let's see what happens. Hopefully some resolution comes of it, and then there's not too much bloodshed. I mean, God knows how much there's already been. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, goodbye from Ukraine, and see you
Michael,
guys maybe later on today
M-Hud.
or yeah, somewhere down the road. See you later.
Lukashenko has let the refugees from the Polish border crisis pass Ukrainian border and escape Ukraine together with the Ukrainian refugees. There's also a bunch of Russian trolls which are trying to manipulate public opinion about helping the Ukrainians since they're not white. Dude, not everything, okay? Not everything that other countries that are being invaded by fucking Russia is Russian propaganda. You're brain broken, okay? It's just like